Yeah.
Conversation we had like I had known you for forever. Already pictured our lives together.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was born in you, I put all my life in for you. And when we finally got together, it was us and nothing better. It's
Yeah, yeah.
I promised you never a certain way. I for you like an addict. Drug away the nights, got
Yeah, yeah.
you were the stars.
Yeah.
Polaroid, taking back in February. Feels like a fever dream, a memory.
And that's why I'm in love, that's how I feel. That's why I gotta pray, I never get my heart breaking. I do for the Leah, I love her so very much. That's why I gotta trust her, that's why I'm holding hands. That's why I did all my tears, that's why I was crying. That's why I wanna wipe her eyes, it's so very beautiful. You look good, baby, that's when you can cook in the kitchen. That's when I was seeing that inside the house. I try to be a gentleman, that's why I was trusting you. That's what we talk about, that's what we working on. And all in the paperwork, that's on the mortgage. This ain't no business, that's why I would say this. That's why I would have supposed to say how much I love you. That's why there's so much, that's I love it so much hard. That's why I would see that, as I love you lie. I was trying to treat you so much right. That's why we're between us, that's a spending time. That's what we talk about it on this phone. And we having no issue, I never put it on that. That's why we reject it, I never get all testified. That's ain't no own words, that's from my mother. That's why I'm in love with you, baby. That's why I was in there, that's just on the low. That's why we holding it, cause I was cuddled in. That's why we on the mash, and I was on the drill. That's why from the photo shoot, that's why I'm in love with you so very much. That's why I make you happy, baby. That's why I was on the word. That's why I'm in the diamond rings. That's why I'm in the promise. I never let you down. That's why I would say a word. That's why I'm so much promise. Don't even give it up on yourself. That's why I've been on moments. That's why I was in this. That's the reason why. That's what's speaking all my truth. That never left. That's why I was on the run. I don't lie to you, baby. That's why I was on my eyes. That's why I was looking. That's why it would make you smile. You make me more happier. That's why it make me feel. That's what you was holding my hand. You give me hugs. That's it getting tight. That's why I was on a smile. That's it smelling good. That's why you on the kitchen cooking breakfast. That's why they're on the house. That's when you was on it. That's why I be a gentleman. That's why I getting strong. That's why I get prayer. I never lose it. That's why I'm on the trust. I never get you upset. That's why I'm around every morning. That's why I fall in love into you, baby. Never get breaking hearts and never losing each other. Yeah. Love you, baby. I'm right by your side. I'm always treat you like a queen.